Hello, East Long Meadow, and welcome to our summer edition of Whatsup in EOPS, the show about what's happening in your schools brought to you by your kids.
With school out for the summer, we're bringing back some of our favorite stories from the past school year, in case you missed them the first time. But we've also got some new stories about things our Whatsup crew is uncovering this summer. First up this week is the event that everybody puts at the top of their list of summer activities in EL, the 4th of July Parade. This year, LCAT featured its first ever float showcasing LCAT news, Whatsup in ELPS, and the many students at Mapleshade, Birchland Park, and the high school that work on producing and hosting those shows, including yours truly.
Look at that, it's a mobile studio. That's beautiful.
Now a story we first broadcast last winter about a project in Deb Berry's enrichment room at Mountain View School called Hour of Code, a worldwide event held in December that starts kids on a path toward building the languages that drive technical innovation, programming languages. Here's a story from LCAT's Rebecca Green.
The Hour to Code Week is an international week, not just Massachusetts, not just the United States. It's not just a few countries. All over the world this week, students are learning how to write computer code, thanks to the efforts of people like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, who have given us a free website, a completely free website, that the students can go to and choose from a variety of activities and menus that will teach them how to use block leaf coding and eventually move up to alpha and beta coding, and even HTML in the most advanced courses. So if the kids learn code using We Do robots in just a single line, by using this program, they can do multiple lines of code and see how it all fits together to run different machines. So they make that connection then between a real world thing and the thing on the screen.
Summer is a great time to enjoy desserts from ice cream to strawberry shortcake. Here's a look back at some amazing cakes created by students in the Culinary Arts classes at the high school.
I'm making a Lost Boy right now. We're making the characters from Peter Pan.
Students work in teams to develop an idea and begin the painstaking process of building the elements out of all edible material. No toothpicks, glue, or plastic allowed.
Do you really use the word malleable?
He did.
But it's correct.
He did.
Culinary arts teacher Miss Mack explains how the imaginative project fosters skills that are important for success in the very concrete world of the workplace.
The process is more about the teamwork and the collaboration, working on creativity. We start with giving them the idea that they're going to create a cake, and it has to be a childhood memory. So right from the start, every student in a group of 5 has to come up with their own childhood memory. Well, every year Mrs. Gothier and I are amazed that the students haven't had an opportunity to work on a project creatively like this. And they are amazed at what they have inside them. So we kind of give them the tools and they run with it. And I would say probably 98% of the kids have never made a cake before. What happens to the cakes is tomorrow, each student gets to place a vote before the rest of the school judges them. And then we tell them to say goodbye, because it's not about the end product, more about the process of creating the cake.
With the new town council now officially sworn in and the national election campaign dominating the news cycle, here's a story we brought you in May about one town resident's push for more civics education at the high school. Michael Harrigan and ELHS junior John Torsha began by taking their message to the school committee.
Less than 15% of this graduating class will have taken a government course. And it's AP government, at which a B average is recommended to get into the course. The course doesn't have the opportunity to do some of the extra things that Jonathan will refer to. In Connecticut, it's required. 10 other states, it's required. When it is required, voter registration goes up, voter participation goes up, and involvement in government goes up. High school students that don't have a basic understanding of our system of government are not likely to participate in the process as adults.
Michael Harrigan, a retired social studies teacher, and Jonathan Torsha, ELHS junior class president, met with the school committee last week to promote inclusion of a civics class in the high school schedule available to all students.
The two major activities that we've been doing for civics is the Model Congress, which we started that about 2 years ago. Jack Dalton, who used to be a senior here, had worked with Mr. Harrigan in sort of beginning that, and I've sort of pass that on to try and keep it going. We've been now for 2 years. This is a great after-school club, but what would be great is having this American government class. You have more people that are going to be talking about it on a consistent basis.
Recently, I interviewed the two as part of a discussion held with my media production class in the LCAT studio. So the first question I'm going to ask is, what is the topic at hand that you are trying to let the student council know about that you're really passionate about?
Well, in those years of teaching and in administration in East Windsor, the program we developed that we're most proud of was our American government program. And a requirement of American government has been instituted by the state of Connecticut. Every student that graduates from a school in Connecticut must take a half year of American government. Improved civic learning goes hand in hand with active citizenship. So you have to know about the government before you get involved with the government. Okay? And I know many of us say there's aspects of government that's boring, right? Yeah. It's boring. It's too many details. The point is, though, the more you know, the more you'll understand the system. And that's our pushing for an American government class here for all students, not just for the B students, but C students vote as well. Yeah. C students should have a government class as well, you know? And maybe it would be there if you were required to take, as part of MCAS, a civics portion. Yeah. Then we would have an American government class. But it's been kind of pushed to the back burner.
Yeah.
And
if people were more educated about it during high school or during middle school, they might be able to know, what's going on when they're in their 30s or 40s and they don't really know what's going on in the political process.
And if you don't study government, you're probably not going to be involved in government. At the same time, we're affected by it. No matter what your interest is, no matter what it is, government will affect you. And we have seen in the past here in town, one election we had 5% turned out. 5% of the 16,000 people, well, no, about 11,000 voters, okay? Lately, it's been much better. Why? Because they see the difficulties of not being involved in the process. So it is often said, we get the government we deserve. And 3 years ago, very few people ran for office in East Longmeadow. And what happened? We ended up with a lousy government. All sorts of problems. People hurt by it, people fired because of it. This time, to have so many people turn out is very, very optimistic. That now we'll have good government, I feel, because we're going to have over 30 people that are committed to the town, that want to contribute to the town, and want to improve what was done in the past. And to have a 19-year-old run is impressive, I think, So just keep that in mind.
Yes.
If you're 18 by November 8th, you can register and vote in the presidential primary. Who do you want? Do you want Donald Trump or do you want Hillary Clinton? Trump? There's a Trump vote right over here. And I hope over the next 2 months he listens to Trump and his issues, okay? Will you do that? Yeah. Great, wonderful. Okay? All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And be good citizens.
Finally tonight, we go back to last fall and a visit by Maple Shade parent Tim Palmioli, who treated the entire school to a demonstration of his high-flying drone, equipped with a video camera that captured the event from a stunning perspective.
That's our show for this week. Stay tuned for another summer edition of What's Up in EOPS. Till then, I'm Courtney Ingalls.
And I'm Natalie Rathbun. See you next time.